I think the universal advice here is if you don't know the answer to that question, go to the next one. Finish what you know first and then go back to the ones that you've skipped.
Actually, I think managing time will be easier under this bar we are using the laptop already. So if you're not sure of the answer, you can just put whatever notes you have and you can finalize later. So don't dwell too much on one number.
Yun kasi yung maganda sa Examplify sir. Kasi ano na siya ngayon, pwede ka na mag-skip ng question. You don't have to manage yung space. Yes. You can put notes, tapos pwede kang mag-flag ng mga questions na hindi mo pa sigurado yung sagot mo. And then you could just go back to that question.
Okay, ito not applicable because everything is handwritten.
Yes.
So you don't want to put answer that you're not sure because you don't want erasure. So talagang once you put your answer, that's it.
I first tried to read all the questions. Now, for the questions that I'm familiar of, I tried answering them first. To my mind, I had to secure the scores through these questions. For instance, if there are 20 questions, and when I saw it, I saw 10 questions for which I'm sure of, I answered them directly, and I ensured that my answers could at least merit a 4 or a 5. Then, after that, I devoted the remaining time to think about the more difficult question. In that case, my strategy was I have to secure as much score as I can kasi zero basis siya. So I tried to secure half of it, and then dun ko na ilalaban yung questions that I think medyo hindi ako ganun ka-confident.
You answer with intent to get the full 5 points. Or something like, ilaban mo para at least man lang yung 2 mo maging 3. Okay, so my tip here is to, just like Kuya Luis, you skip the questions that you're not familiar with. Now, there's a reason. Bakit di ka familiar dyan? Perhaps you weren't able to read the law or the doctrine. Or nakalimutan mo na. So no matter how much time you devote to that question, most likely mababa lang yung score mo. That time will be better spent dun sa mga questions na you're familiar with. You'd get a higher chance of getting that full 5 points.
I can't stress this enough. Don't leave any question blank. As in, kahit hindi mo alam yung sagot, it happens na you don't know anything about it, you haven't read anything about it. Formulate something. If you know something that's even just tangential to it, put it. Kasi kahit maka 1 ka lang dyan, or 2, makakatulong pa rin yun sa'yo. Nung bar namin, we're fortunate enough na the number of questions were already told to us before we had the bar, and then they had equal number of points. So 20 questions, 5 points each. Otherwise, if that's not the case, I agree na you have to look at all the questions first, and then look at the gravity of the question, the number of points. So if there's a question na 15 points, 5 points, kasi baka 5 points lang yung question and you dwell too much on it, you spend too many minutes on it, and then you forget the other questions na nasa 10 points or 15 points yung gravity ng question.
I think when you take the bar, you gave your best during the preparation, during the actual exam. That's something that you should reward yourself, even if wala pa yung result.
At the end of it all, it just boils down to the most basic reason why you entered law school, diba? And it's to become a lawyer.